Welcome to Nitro Reels. Today I am explaining a movie called Spiders. The movie starts from a lab where scientists inject something in the spider and put it in a box on which the label of NASA was printed. After that, we see in the Majestic 12 headquarters where the preparations for launching a spaceship were carried out, so that the scientist present in it can travel to space and experiment something on the spiders. What is this experiment and why it is being carried out in space? We will get this answer in this video later on. Now the scene shifts to the main character of the movie, Marcy, who is a college reporter. She covers stories of aliens and spaceships for her campus newspaper. Marcy meets a couple on the campus who shows themselves as aliens and claim to come from Mars. They tell Marcy that they are not feeling good here and they want to go back to their planet. Then Marcy shows them a photo of the secret military facility in the desert and asks them if they landed here. After seeing that photo, Joey, the husband of the lady, reacts strangely and starts shouting that he didn't want to go back there again. After listening to this, Marcy tells this thing directly to her editor Phil. But Phil doesn't trust her and kicks them out by calling them a joker. After all this, Phil gives Marcy orders for covering the news about the recently launched spaceship and the experiment being conducted there. Marcy considers this news absurd, and by not following the orders of Phil, she with her friends Slick and Jack went towards the secret facility in the desert. Because she still considers that there is something in that place, that's why it was surrounded by the electric fans. And the flustered faces of that couple made Marcy more excited. In between this, we see the spaceship in which scientists were injecting something in a spider, but then their spaceship comes in the wrap of the sun and all the systems started to break one after another. And because of this the spaceship gets crashed and falls into the same desert where Marcy and her friends went to investigate. Marcy and her friends get astonished after seeing the spaceship getting crashed. To check, they go inside the spaceship and see all the crew members dead, and after seeing that they get very upset. But strangely, all the bodies got disfigured and their skin was damaged due to an infection. Then they see the captain of the spaceship who was still alive, and before that, they can help him. Some government officers and scientists reach there. After seeing this they hide inside a military truck. We see during this in the spaceship that a spider leaves her eggs in the body of the captain, and shortly after that the in charge of the project, Agent Gray, reaches there. After that, he with his assistant Murphy get inside the spaceship to investigate. During this, Murphy steps on the spider by mistake and crushes it. Even after getting crushed, Gray keeps it for his research and explodes the spaceship with a bomb so that there is no evidence left. After that, soldiers put dead bodies in the same truck in which Marcy, Slick, and Jack were hiding and take that truck to their lab, which is present under the secret facility. After reaching there, soldiers take the dead bodies out of the truck. After that, all of the three get out of the truck and hide in a place. At the same time, two scientists take that captain to the lab and all of the three follow them and reach the lab also. After reaching there, the scene they saw blows their mind. They see that in the room, in addition to some humans, they have persevered many of the aliens. After seeing this, Marcy says if this news gets leaked, it will create a panic everywhere. Because of this they started to take pictures of all these things, and after that, they go to the captain and try talking to him, but the captain says that they have to stop mother-in-law first. After saying this, he tells them to run away, but they all didn't understand his thing. Suddenly, a giant spider comes out of the mouth of that captain, and after seeing it they all get startled. Scientists also reach the lab at the same time, and after seeing that giant spider, they get stunned. Spider attacks on one of the scientists and kills him, and after killing him, she moves forward to attack the other scientist, but before she can attack scientist run away from there. On which spider started to follow the scientist, and on the other side Marcy and the other people hide to escape from there. But then the spider attacks the other scientist and also kills him. After that, Gray with some soldiers arrive at the lab, and seeing the dead body of the captain and the scientist, he gets stunned and orders all the soldiers to catch the spider alive. On the other side, Marcy and her friends are trying to escape, but on the way, they see many webs. Marcy guesses that the spider is around here, then suddenly spider attacks the Jack and bites him on the foot. But Slick punches the spider and throws her away and saves Jack. After that, they all get from there and started to rest at a place. And during that, they see a room on which Project Mill was written, which means mother-in-law. After seeing that, they instantly go into that room, and on reaching there they see that different spiders of different species have been preserved in the jars on which scientists used to perform experiments. After seeing this, Marcy and her friends get very upset and started to investigate the lab with minuteness. And during this, Jack tries to get information by hacking the computer present there, and at the same time, Marcy finds a photo, which is of the same couple whom she met a few days back on the campus. After seeing that photo, suspicion arouses in Marcy that aliens are somehow related to this place. After that, we see that Jack successfully hacks the computer, and with the help of that they get to know very shocking and secret information. After seeing that, they get to know that the government was performing these experiments on big spiders who, by laying eggs in the human body, reproduce new spiders, and the spaceship which was sent into space, scientists were injecting the DNA of the aliens into a spider. They have to do this work in such an environment that should be similar to the aliens, which means this experiment can only be done in space. Not only this, they also get another surprising information that if a spider bites someone, but that person will also ultimately die. It also has no treatment. After seeing this, Jack gets afraid badly because the spider has bitten his foot. Now his wound was also spreading. On seeing this, Jack felt anger towards that spider and he rushes outward to kill her. Because of running, the infection spreads to his whole body. Marcy and Slick also run behind him, but they see a lot of blood there and they get to know that Jack has died. After that, Marcy and Slick with the help of the lift tries to escape, but due to the absence of an access card, the lift just stops in the middle. Then they both go upward with the help of the ladder, and by hook or by crook they reach in front of a door. But when they open the door, they see a giant spider in front of them. And on seeing this, they both got very afraid and they get trapped in a web of that spider by falling. Then the spider moves forward to attack them, but before the spider can attack, Marcy gets out of the web and tries to save Slick, but he says her to run away from here. On this, Marcy runs away from there and the spider kills Slick. Next, we see that some soldiers are trying to find that spider, but that spider was killing soldiers one by one very cleverly. During this, Agent Murphy sees Marcy and asks her who she is, but Marcy doesn't reply and tries to run away from there. Due to this, Murphy starts following Marcy, and after following her for some time, he captures her. And after that, they fight, and during this, they both fall into a pool. Then the spider suddenly comes there and attacks Murphy, but by seeing the chance, Marcy attack on spider with the rod and injures her. After injuring the spider, Murphy and Marcy started to run from there, and during this, Marcy meets Gray. On seeing Marcy there, Gray gets very offended and points a gun to kill her. Actually, Marcy in her newspaper used to write about the secret operations of Gray, and due to this, Marcy was in the focus of Gray for many days. And today, after seeing Marcy there, Gray gets very angry and he was about to kill her, that suddenly spider attacks on him from behind and captures him. On seeing that, spider, Murphy and Marcy run away from there. After that, the spider lays her eggs in the body of the Gray. Next, when Murphy and Marcy try to escape through the lift, the spider reaches there and started to destroy the lower portion of the lift. On seeing this, Murphy presses the button on the ground floor, and due to this pressing of the button, the lift started to go down abruptly and the spider gets killed. Next, after coming out of this facility, they went to meet Phil in his office. After reaching, they see Gray there and they get surprised because Gray was captured by the spider in the facility, and they also see the dead body of Phil with Gray, because Gray has killed Phil. After that, we see Murphy and Gray argue a lot, and during this, Gray started to vomit and a giant spider comes out of his mouth like it did in the caption. On seeing this, they both started to scream and start running outward. On seeing that giant spider, chaos spreads between all the people present there. On seeing that people running, the spider attacks these people and started to kill them mercilessly. During this, Murphy sees the helicopter of Gray there and there was a rocket launcher inside it. After seeing that, Murphy gets an idea. With the help of that rocket launcher, Murphy attacks the spider. But unluckily, he misses his target and that spider runs away from there. Next, Murphy and Marcy with the help of the helicopter start finding the spider. While they are trying to find her, they get to know through the radio that the spider was near the World Trade Center. After knowing this, Murphy takes the helicopter near that spider. After this, Marcy tries to fire on that spider, but then suddenly that spider attacks on their helicopter. Due to this, Marcy falls, but she gets saved because she was tied with a rope. After that, she handles herself, and on getting the chance she fires on the spider, and due to this, the spider dies. After killing the spider, they both were happy, and with this the movie ends there.